Hey girl, I'm Sonia and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a get ready with me, but we're going to be doing a chit chat at the same time. Now that I'm 40, I just feel like I have had so many questions that I really needed answers to, and I feel like I finally have them from when I was like a teen or in my early 20s. So let's talk about it while I get ready. What's more important, being liked or being respected? Definitely a different ball game when we're talking about high school. We all put so much emphasis on being liked and being popular in high school. I definitely was neither of those, and it was really difficult because I found myself eating alone and having a lot of anxiety. It also, kickstarted a lot of my depression, and I was just an overthinker altogether, and that didn't help. I was on guard always, and it kept me from making a lot of friends. It kept me from getting to know people, and if anything, it really pushed people away. And it's something that I keep telling my son as well, because he's struggling with the same mental illnesses that I did, except for he was diagnosed when he was in first grade and I was diagnosed when I was in my 30s. So in my 20s, I could have saved myself a lot of grief and a lot of time in the wrong relationships if I had self-respect. Okay, screw what other people think. Self-respect is bigger than all of that. I know girls who are in their 30s, in their 40s, who are still struggling with the whole self-respect thing, but they're on their way. And if that's you, you're on your way too. Does everything happen for a reason? Not necessarily, because sometimes shit happens, right? That one's the toughest one, because when you're in the moment, when you're in that season, you definitely can't see anything with the pain that you're experiencing in that moment, right? And it's brutal. Depending on what the situation is, sometimes I felt like I was dying and never gonna recover. Definitely been situations in my life where I'm like, this would have never happened if I was still in that relationship. This would have never happened if I didn't cut that friend off. This would have never happened if I didn't move out and go to a different place. There are things that definitely just that weird coincidence are like, I don't know, is that the Lord, or will they ever apologize? It doesn't matter. You need to heal anyway. You're the one that's feeling the feelings. Personally speaking, I didn't have the best relationship with my dad. He died back in 2015. And to be honest with you, a part of me was really angry because I felt like, what the hell? I was robbed. He died and he didn't get to make it up to me. He didn't get to apologize. He didn't get to take accountability for what he's done. A situation that's happening to me right now is stemming from what's happened to me back in the day. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm always going to be healing. Is it too late to start over? It's too late when you're dead. As a content creator, I can't even tell you how many times I thought and cried and begged and pleaded with God, like, please give me another chance. Like, I don't want this to be over. I feel like something else is coming. Like, I can't just give up. It just feels unnatural, right? But the numbers told me, girl, it's over several times. But I decided to regroup, take the months to myself to heal from any situations that I was in that really put me through it, like my son struggling in elementary school and the relationships between me and his dad and my family and things like that. Like, it was rough. But the thing that I can't do is pretend that I'm okay when I'm not. So it's okay to regroup and start over again. It's okay to change your freaking mind. At the end of the day, reinvention is ageless. How will I know if it's real love? I feel like a lot of times you won't know until you get out of those bad relationships. And then I feel like that's when reality hits you. Like, what the hell was I thinking? What was I doing? I was under this trance of this gargoyle. I'm not sure why I even wasted my time. That's just how life goes. You know what I mean? And in a lot of those situations, I'm not sure why I stayed as long as I did. Like, what's wrong with me? Where were my friends? Where was my family? Where was my mom? You're finding yourself having to manipulate the situation to make him feel bad to stay. Girl, let his ass go. Please stop. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's literally, he's not for you. I feel like I'm living that. If you let them go, if it's for you, they'd come back. I think that's how it goes. Something like that. Am I making that shit up? I don't know. But it took 4 years. I didn't think I was going to survive this last breakup, to be honest with you. It was rough, but I sure did. And I've got tips for that, but that's a different video. Do boundaries make me a bad person? Actually, the bad guys are the ones that don't respect the boundaries. They're the ones you actually need to enforce the boundaries with, because you don't want to get hurt. You're like, excuse me, no thank you. The person we need to start boundaries with first is ourselves, because we're the ones that cross them all the time. We make excuses and exceptions. for the way people behave and treat us. And at the end, we're the ones that are suffering. It doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. It could be someone in your family. It could be someone that you work with, one of your friends. What if I lose them? Bye. Bye. Leading up to the breakup this last time, they were just things that I needed and I wanted in my life. Like, I just wanted so badly to buy a house, and I wanted to settle down. I wanted to get married. I wanted to make this relationship official. I wanted to make progress in my life, and I felt like I was in a standstill. I expressed that in probably ways that I'm not proud of. Anger and resentment's gonna show up, and she's not cute. She's actually a big bitch. We broke up. I didn't break up with him, but I definitely put him in a position where he had no choice but to break up with me. I was just so scared to be alone, even though I wasn't happy in the situation that I was in, and I know that he wasn't happy either. But I'm sure a lot of you guys understand that, right? I just didn't want to. It's kind of like breaking my own heart, and I couldn't do it. And that breakup was necessary because he ended up coming back with everything that I wanted and more. Am I doing enough? That one's really difficult for me, especially as a mom. I feel like we question ourselves all the time. I had my son when I was 25, and I felt like I could have been casted on 16 and pregnant. Like, definitely was not ready to have a kid. I was still in party mode. I was still running around in the streets with my boyfriend, now husband, and just really wanted just to have fun. I definitely was not doing enough at that time. And I wish I had more people in my life surrounding me that were successful and doing things that would inspire me to do better. So if you are at that age, definitely reconsider the people that you hang out with, because if their lives are not something that you are getting inspiration from, and it's more like, I don't want to end up like that, changes need to be made. Changes need to be made, girl. What is the secret to confidence? My confidence comes in all of the battles that I win, in motherhood, in friendships, with family, in my relationships, with myself, with my body. Knowing that I've survived so much, that makes me feel like the baddest. That's confidence to me. Will I ever feel fully at peace? Okay, maybe not always, but it definitely gets better. We have a lot more control of our feelings, of our thoughts, of our life than we really give credit. And that has nothing to do with manifestation. That has nothing to do with like playing God or anything. I'm not saying that. I can choose to not internalize that horrible comment that I just read on the internet. I used to cry so much because people are mean. It's funny because in the beginning, I used to get so much hate, so many nasty comments, and now, where the hell are they at? Part of me is like, do I need haters? Or is that, I mean, according to Cat Williams, I need 20 more by summer. Stop what you're doing and talk some shit in the comments, please. I'm kidding, don't. Please don't. Something about the 40s, it just hits different. I feel like we're definitely like softer. Don't get it twisted. I definitely feel like we're a lot stronger too, because we've survived a lot. And I feel like we're a little less afraid to be the main character. Cheers to that. I made sure to list everything that I used in today's video down in the description box below, along with some helpful shopping links. And if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please consider doing that now to join my family. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!